Hey everyone, and welcome back to another round of Mom Q&A with Mamas Uncut, where we answer your anonymous questions about motherhood, parenting, relationships, and so much more. Again, we got Lisa and Mindy. You guys ready to answer some questions?
Yep.
All right. My husband and I have been together for 8 years, and we have 2 kids, ages 7 and 5. He has an 11-year-old daughter from a previous marriage. However, every time she visits, she throws huge tantrums and ends up getting away with it. She's been really causing a lot of arguments in my marriage, and he seems to let her get away with all of her behavior. My kids are scared of her and don't want to be around her anymore. They are afraid by the way that she acts. I really don't know what to do. She's been doing this since she was little, and it has not stopped. It just keeps getting worse.
What's going on with this kid?
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, she obviously has some issues maybe with how her parents split up, the situation of a new mom being in the picture.
Yeah. Him having
You
other
gotta I feel like you always cut the kids some slack. And you always, I mean, yes, there definitely needs to be a conversation between you and your husband, because whatever boundaries and whatever rules you have for your own kids should translate to other kids that are, coming to your house.
Yes.
So I feel like that is valid. And that's something she needs to get on the same page as the husband. It's an adult issue. It's not the kids. I mean, it is the kids' issue, but she probably needs support and love. I don't know what's been going on with her life, and there probably is something that's hurt this kid or caused some issues in the past, if I'm going to guess, but
yeah,
I don't know.
How old is the kid?
She's 11.
11. Oh,
Yeah.
well, first of all, she's getting into the crazy years.
That's true. That's true.
Just,
but they said it's been happening since she was younger. So it makes me ask, like, what happened when she was younger to this kid?
Yeah, absolutely. But it's not surprising. It's accelerating because she's in the crazy time, right? And it's going to be nasty and crazy for the next 4 or 5 years before they sort of start getting out of it. So enjoy the ride.
Yeah.
But
I also think too, like 11 years old is like a perfect time to go to therapy too. Like maybe she needs to figure out like tools on how to deal with having a broken, like being a part of a broken home. And I also think too, like the mom in this situation needs to give the dad some grace too, because I would think that the 11-year-old is looking at her dad with these 2 half siblings. He gets to be with them all the time. She only gets some time with him. Yeah. And so I think like maybe that's where some of this attitude is coming from. And the dad also sees that, like, I only get to be with her so often. So I don't want to have our time be like discipline and not like fun and things like that. So I definitely see where the dad is coming from. I see where the daughter is coming from. These are a lot of emotions that she doesn't know how to deal with. And so I would suggest
big emotions too.
Yeah.
Like things that adults, like, that's where you have to like zoom out with kids. Like they're going through things that a lot of adults have a hard time processing through, and they're young and they don't have the tools to be able to do it. So you've got to help them. So with the one thing I just thought of, like, not just with the discipline has to be the same, you also have to love them the same.
Totally.
When they're in your house. Like, and that may be what this mom is missing. It sounds like she has a little bit of resentment toward the child, and she needs to like adult up and like zoom out of that, because they need the love and the support and the structure that your house provides for all of your children.
Well, it's so, having grown up with a broken home, and my dad had 2 other kids that he lived with full time. It is very challenging coming in as an outsider to either your mom's house or your dad's house and not really feeling part of the family. Right? Like that's a very difficult, especially at that age, it's almost crushing because you've got some expectations of what your parents and what your family is supposed to be. And the fact that your parents aren't together is one element, but not feeling, part of the family is another. I mean, so for example, do her kids have their own room and this girl not, right? I mean, it's really simple things like that that send messages that one may not know that they're sending.
Yeah.
Yep.
Don't forget to send us over your questions so we can answer them here. Bye.